One day, the dog came running to him, putting his paws against his legs and motioning with his head to some spot behind. That means this man was loosening the soil, he was farming, and by the time the dog came running to him, putting his paws against his legs and motioning his head to some spot behind. Motioning means pointing his head to somewhere to show him something. Okay. The old man at first thought his pet was only playing and did not mind it. So whenever this dog was moving around his legs, the man thought he was playing. But the dog kept on whining and running to and fro for some minutes. Whining means as if making complaints. This dog was running around the man to and fro. To and fro means moving that side and this side. To and fro for some minutes. Then the old man followed the dog a few yards to a place where the animal began a lively scratching. So at last the man followed the dog. The dog moved in front, and when he reached a place, he started to scratch the soil, thinking it was possibly a buried bone or a bit of fish. So the man thought he was scratching somewhere, something was buried, just like a dead cat or a bit of fish. The old man struck his hoe in the earth when, lo, a pile of gold gleamed before him. So, where the dog was scratching on the soil, the man put his hoe. Hoe means it's an implement to loosen the soil. So, with that hoe, he was digging the soil. By the time he was surprised by seeing a pile of gold. Gleamed means glittered, shined before him. Thus, in an hour, the old couple were made rich. The good souls bought a piece of land, made a feast for their friends, and gave plentifully to their poor neighbors. So, thus in an hour, the old couple were made rich by selling these gold. The good souls. Good souls means since these couples were honest and very good, they can be said to be the good souls. So the good souls bought a piece of land. They bought properties and built a house and invited friends for a party. That is it. As for the dog, they petted him till they nearly smothered him with kindness. What is the meaning smothered, you know? Smothered means pressed severely. Smothered means pressed hard. That means whenever your mother or someone will holding you hard with extreme love, you know, to express their love. So this, as for the dog, they petted him till they nearly smothered him with kindness. Now, in the same village, there lived a wicked old man and his wife, not a bit sensitive and kind, who had always kicked and scolded all dogs whenever any passed their house. So, while these good old couples were living, near to them lived another pair of couples. They were wicked. Wicked means cruel and doing only cruel things, and not a bit sensitive and kind to dogs. Whenever any dogs come near their home, they will scold all dogs and throw away those dogs. Hearing of their neighbor's good luck, they coaxed the dog into their garden and set before him bits of fish and other dainties. Dainties means tasty dishes. Coaxed means, what's the meaning? Coaxed means persuaded. So, hearing of their neighbor's good luck, they coaxed the dog into their garden and set before him bits of fish and other dainties, hoping he would find treasure for them. So, these wicked couples heard that good couples became rich because of the dog. So, they persuaded. Coaxed means they persuade. They are trying to influence the dog by giving bits of fish and tasty dishes, hoping that they would find treasure for them. But the dog, being afraid of the cruel pair, would neither eat nor move. So, whatever these couples trying to give them, the dog didn't mind them. The dog didn't eat anything they gave, and being afraid of the cruel pair, the dog neither eat nor move.